Hello everyone, welcome to episode number 13 of Mrs. Bale's book list. Today I'm going to be reviewing Space Case by Stuart Gibbs. I'm not typically a big fan of murder mysteries because they freak me out. And children's literature seems like a strange place to find one. But there was something about the idea of a sci-fi murder mystery on a futuristic moon colony through the eyes of a 12-year-old boy that just begged to be read. And I'm so glad I did. This book contains an awesome combination of relatable middle-grade humor, science fiction, slow-motion, low-gravity chase scenes, and mystery all packed into one captivating story. And the best part is, it's the first book in a trilogy. The next two books in the series are titled Spaced Out and Waste of Space. Here's the premise. Dashel, or Dash, is one of only 22 residents on the first-of-its-kind moon colony, Moon Base Alpha, or MBA. Although it sounds exciting, the reality of life in a tiny pressurized building with dehydrated food and communal futuristic toilets is not exactly as advertised. Dash is incredibly bored, being surrounded by only a few children who don't share his interests, and a whole lot of super nerdy grown-up scientists. However, things ramp up quickly as he overhears a conversation by Dr. Holtz, who is giddy with excitement about a world-changing discovery he has made, that he is about to reveal to the inhabitants of MBA in the morning. If only he didn't end up dying hours later on an unauthorized moonwalk. Though the authorities of MBA insist it was a self-inflicted accident by Dr. Holtz, Dash isn't so sure. With a series of mounting evidence, he becomes convinced that Dr. Holtz was actually murdered as an effort to keep his coming revelation a secret. Dash commences a secret investigation with the help of a new friend, which is hard to do considering he's been directly ordered not to, and he is watched by thousands of cameras and computers around the base. As the number of suspects continues to increase, Dash can't help but dig himself deeper and deeper in search of the truth, to the point where he finds himself in danger of the same fate as Dr. Holtz. I genuinely was not able to figure out who committed the crime, and at times questioned whether a crime was even committed. The final revelation was a surprise to me, and I really enjoyed the suspense and action along the way. Don't be deceived. The author Stuart Gibbs manages to make this thriller quite funny, as the reader experiences life on the moon as a 12-year-old boy does, with plenty of bathroom humor and ironic excerpts from the resident handbook of MBA. I always find it so impressive when an author can make up a completely new world that everyone kind of wonders about, with just enough scientific detail to make it believable and give us something to wonder about. Gibbs does this masterfully with The Moon Colony, which is hilariously less impressive than it's cracked up to be. I think it would appeal to boys in particular because of the moon-based bathroom jokes, but overall, it's such a fun and creative read for any middle grade or middle school reader. Here are the appropriateness factors. Romance. There's no sexual content whatsoever, just some mild and innocent attempts by a boy on MBA to get the attention of a new girl on base. Violence. The death of Dr. Holtz is not at all graphic or gory, as it involves only himself taking a walk onto the moon without the proper gear, eventually dying of oxygen deprivation. There are a few different scenes involving some physical altercations, some between children as a result of bullying, and some between grown-ups, kind of also as a result of bullying. These result in injuries like bloody noses and fat lips, but usually because the bully's own actions end up backfiring. Dash gets into a situation where he and his friend Kira have to run for their lives from a robot. Language. There are mild insults such as moron and stupid. Alcohol and drug references. There are none. Happy reading! Thank you so much for listening today. As always, you can find show notes and the web version of Mrs. Bale's book list at KristenEmilyBale.com. That's Kristen with an E and Bale with a B-E-H-L. May God bless your day.